All right, we're back with some War Thunder. I'm just gonna mess around. I'm not really gonna do anything special. Um, but reason why I'm streaming so early because I just realized last stream, the last two streams I did, I guess it didn't save it or something. Something like I don't know. I don't have. And I'm looking at my YouTube thing. I don't see the last two streams I did, which is the Cyberpunk stream and the War Thunder stream. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to play a little bit of War Thunder. We might play a custom game. I don't know. We figure out something. I'm not going to play this for too long, but I'm going to bounce from this. I'm going to go from this to Ready or Not or Arma and then I'm or Arma and Ready or Not, whichever one. I'm going to play both of them within the next like hour or two. So let me pop out. So we got War Thunder, Arma, Ready or Not. Yeah, so War Thunder, Arma, Ready or Not, and Cyberpunk. So I don't know. I don't know where it's at, but I pretty much wanted to make a stream on War Thunder really quick because I said a lot of things criticizing War Thunder yesterday, and I was trying to put it in a paragraph, like in like last like 10 minutes. I was trying to type up a paragraph, but I couldn't remember everything that I said, so I'm just gonna try to reiterate that right now. For one thing I did not mention in yesterday's stream was about the call outs. I feel like for one, War Thunder Sim needs a rework, but if but besides the simulator aspect, I feel like the call outs, the messaging and the call outs, that like the whole chat system needs a rework. Um, because like on me, cover me, that's fine, but it's not really a detailed call out whenever it comes to simulator or whenever it comes to playing a game that you need communication from the teammates. Like my teammate, I don't know where my teammate is. I can't tell who my teammate is without turning on my radar. So it's kind of like it's just for high tier sim, it's just kind of ridiculous, you know. So that's one thing that I wanted to mention. But I pretty much said and a lot of yapping yesterday. Pretty much was stating that learning curves in War Thunder are good, specifically simulator. So in simulator, I feel like learning curves are good, and I'm gonna give y'all a couple examples. I said War Thunder Sim is just Air RB in the cockpit because you still have all of the HUD from Air RB, all of the indicators, and I can demonstrate this really quickly. We just go into a test flight really quick. So as y'all can see, if I'm in the cockpit, if I'm in the cockpit, you can see I got my engine, both of my engines. I got my oil, I got my fuel, my ammo, my weapons, my speed, my altitude. All of that is all of that you can see. All of this you can see in the cockpit. You don't need the HUD on the left side of the screen, right? So my RWR, you might ask like, where's my RWR? My RWR is right here. That's the MF. This is the first MFD. My actual radar or RWR is right here. This is my MFD from my RWR. Okay, these two screens double as a compass, but my compass is right here. That's my compass. You also have a compass up here, right? So why do I need three different ways to figure out my direction, right? That's kind of the first thing, but it's all in the cockpit. You don't outside of the cockpit you have the compass on the top of the screen right there, right? When you're inside of the cockpit, that moves away. But in my again, more repetitiveness in my HMD, I have another compass right here on the bottom of the MFD. So it's just a bunch of like repetitiveness for some reason. I don't know why. But that's just the first example. Another example is let's say like for my altitude, you can see my altitude right now is 25,000 feet. You can see that right here. 25,000 in climbing or in declining, right? Then you have, let's say, like you got the G's right there, 9 G's. I think the max G's that you can pull. Right now we're only pulling one. If we go up, you can see we're pulling 2 G's, we're pulling three. So you can see that right there, right? Okay. And you can also see that 400. I forget what the 400 means. I think the 400 is it's not speed, or maybe that's knots. I think that's knots, maybe. I don't. I think that's knots. I don't know though. Can't be for sure. But anyway, the oil in engine one and engine two, that's right here. So you can see, um, the oil psi. If we go in afterburner, that's what afterburner looks like. You can see the RPM, the engine temperature. Well, it's supposed to correspond, but it doesn't correspond 100% because again, it's not really worked on. This mechanic isn't really worked on. But we have a clock right there to see the time, which that's actually an accurate time for where I live at. You got the fuel. This is your fuel right here. So you can see we still have a lot of fuel to burn, right? That's the bingo right there for bingo. And this, okay, that's another right here. These gauges right here is our oil pressure for our left and right engine. Right, so we got two indicators for that. You got here's the knots right here. So this is your speed over here, and your altitude, and your angle of attack. That all changes, right? So you got all of this. Look at this nuclear. That's the nuclear button, whatever that means. But you got all of these things in the cockpit. So you don't need this screen or this HUD on the left side to tell you all of this shit in sim. You don't need it. If we pull up our radar, which I think is on, it's our targeting pod. See, that's our targeting pod right here. This is our, this is going to tell us, we got how much chaff we have, how many countermeasures, how many AMRAMs we have, whatever. Another radar screen or RWR screen. That right there again tells a lot of information that is pretty much already up here. Redundancy. Then you have, oh, going back to the wrong thing. And you have the map. So we don't have a radar for the F-15 in the cockpit for some reason. That's kind of shitty. So we don't have a radar for the F-15 in the cockpit, and I don't know why. I don't know why that's not a thing, but it's not a thing right now. So, but that's just my point. It should definitely be a thing because why not? Why release something that's not ready? Doesn't make sense. Well, hold on. Let's try it like this. Let's try it like this. Go to MFD. Here we go. Okay, I'm lying. I'm lying. Here we go. I'm lying. Let me take that back. You have to turn the radar on in order to see the radar screen. Okay. But here we go. This is the radar screen. I think you can mirror that over here. You okay? Yeah, you can mirror it over here on this side. So I would set my thing up like this, so I can see my RWR and I can see um my radar, and then you can't change this right here. But if I could change that, I would because the stick is in the way. And so when like if we're doing some air to ground, we would just move this to or move this radar screen to the targeting pod. Oh wait, we changed to the other one. So yeah, the targeting pod. We would just move that, and let's just mark something in front of us really quick. So yeah, that's how you would do that. But again, we have all this stuff on the left side of the screen, and then in front of us, so it's easier and more accessible to new players. But anyway, that's just an example I was trying to give. We can already see all that stuff in the cockpit. We don't need in simulator. We don't need the HUD. But to finish my statement, I said Warthunder Sim is just ARB in the cockpit, which is true because you have all of the in-game mechanics of air realistic battles in simulator. So if I was to go to sim or the ARB right now, it would just be me outside of the cockpit with the same HUD. And it's kind of like, yeah, you need that in that game mode. You don't need that in simulator. But anyway, I said you still have all the aids and mechanics from ARB, such as the RWR HUD, the speed, the altitude, the ammo, the weapon systems, etc. And if I can, let me just go back really quick because I think I missed. I wanted to include something in that list. I think I wanted to include the fuel. Let me see. Fuel, engines, etc. Let me just put the dot 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 right here. Okay. I said, yeah, fuel, engine status, etc. All in the same HUD, used used in RB when it's in the cockpit. I said, sure, you can turn it off. Like I can go to my settings right now and turn my radar screen off, turn my RWR screen off, and turn the HUD. What's going on, No Blaze? And turn my HUD off. I can do all of that, but then I will be at a disadvantage. I'll be nerfing myself, and I'll put myself at a disadvantage. I'm not at a level playing field anymore with uh with the rest of the players on in simulator. So that's why I don't do that because I feel like everybody should be at a level playing field. If if I lose the ability to see my radar screen on my left side in my HUD, I feel like everybody else should be able or should be at that same disadvantage if you want to call it a disadvantage. Um, but just to continue the statement, I said sure you can turn it off via the settings, but my opponent slash adversary won't be as limited. This puts the players at a level playing field when it comes to a game advertised as a simulator, such as the game Digital Combat Simulator, DCS. Learning to look around the cockpit to know where your compass is, or to know like how to change your radar screen and your MFDs, to to do all of that would inherently make the detailed cockpits more useful. So that's what I pretty much said. And so I also went on and said, um, learning all of your bearings, learning your bearings, your bandit range and altitude from your radar, and learning like your RWR indicators and other stuff. It should be a part of that, of the simulator. It shouldn't be a part of a game mode like realistic battles where you can just walk into it and the whole game mode is completely accessible to new players, because that's what they're catering to. They're catering to newer players. They're catering to all these premiums that you can just pay $60, $80 for, and then you can just instantly get the top tier. They're catering to these newer players. So the same thing applies to a game mode like RB. This should not apply to simulator or enduring confrontation. Enduring confrontation should be full of veteran players. It should not be full of newer players who just bought their premium and want to play a game like DCS. There should be a learning curve behind it, right? So that's pretty much what I said about that. But I wanted to reiterate that from the last stream that I did yesterday, or last night. But let's just go ahead and jump into a quick sim game. I guess we can play. I don't know. Let's. I guess we can play a little bit of the F-16 and maybe the JF-17. Maybe we got Denmark. That's almost done. Uh, Not too many options here. Let's just go ahead and get in this one right here. I'm only gonna do one death and I'm gonna switch. But like I said, I'm going to be switching from this game to either Ready or Not or Arma and Ready or Not. I'm going to be playing those two games, and then later on we're going to jump into some Cyberpunk 2077. So I'm just going to try to demonstrate this really quick. So if I go to my options, and let's go to air battle settings, and uh, oh, right here. Use radar HUD in cockpit. Turn it off. Use RWR HUD in cockpit. Turn it off. Now we need to disable the actual HUD. So that would be, what would that be at? Hmm. Where would that be at? That'd be in battle interface. I think it's this, but I don't. Is that it? There we go. Okay. So the idea is I can see pretty much all of my necessary information right here, right here, right here, and right here. And, oh, and right here too. So, what I mean by this is there should be a learning curve. I haven't did this. I've did it before, but I haven't. I don't always play like this because again, nobody else is limited to that. So what I'm hearing right now, all the RWR, I have to actually look at my RWR to see where it's coming from. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. So right here, I don't like that because I still have my radar screen up for some reason. I don't know why that's up. Use your radar. In cockpit. I don't know. Why is that like that? Let's turn the sense of flight up too a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why it's still showing me my radar. Maybe it's because I don't have a radar screen in the cockpit or something. Maybe because I don't have one of those. I don't know. I'm just not going to use my radar. Let's just see how this goes. I don't know. Pull up. And I did all that just by feel. Now I kind of want to disable. Oh no, not that. I want to disable. Um, name place overheat. Fuel temperature. Cockpit view. Order panel. Where is that at? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Where's the air at? Still got my 12 here. So we're gonna pull the throttle down. Pull the throttle down a little bit. See, so it pretty much is forcing me to actually learn where everything's at in the aircraft. So I'm trying to figure out where exactly is my RPM, like my engine status. It's not over here. All my engine stuff should be like over here. So my fuel flow, RPM, there it is. Like I just see it now. I don't know how I missed that. So yeah, so now I'm in full AB. So my RPM is gonna go all the way up. And if I go cut down on my throttle a little bit, it's gonna go to 90, 96, or 86. And we're gonna keep it at 80. So that's pretty much how I kind of can dictate my if I'm in AB or not, or if I'm my throttle. It's the RPM right there. But I'm trying to figure out man, bro. It's a guy to my left. Don't know what it is. You can't. I can't see what it is. I can see something right there. I want to. I want to figure this shit out though really quick. I don't know other settings maybe no. It shouldn't be in. I think it's in battle interface, but I don't see it. It's not here. I think it has to be in battle interface, but I don't see where that would be at. Hmm. I don't know. I'm trying to turn the ticket bar off. I don't know how to turn that off. All right. We're getting closer to the airfield. The airfield's right there, I want to say, yeah. Well, they shot. Got Sam's launched.
Hello.
What's going on, No Blaze? What's up, man? Okay, we got a F5. F5. We're gonna try to turn back in for this guy. I don't see any tally. Got an F4 on our 6 now. Okay, that's fine. I think maybe he's not shooting at us. So again, I gotta figure out how far they are on my RWR, and then I have to figure out my fuel as well. I have to be pretty cautious with that. I don't see anything over there. So my fuel is right here. I guess I have enough fuel. I don't. I mean, I haven't really been in the afterburner any, but well, you would think I would have lost a little bit more than that. Okay, I see it moving. I see it moving. I see it moving. So yeah, we're still on a fuel tank, full tank. I actually think we still have our yeah, I think we just lost our pod. Yeah, so yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Oh, we got cons. We got cons. We're gonna go ahead and try to maneuver towards the cons right here. Ooh, F-18. This is probably just the AV-8 though, maybe. It's moving pretty fast though. Could be just a teammate, honestly. I don't know. Oh, he dipped out of the cons now. Yep, that's an enemy. That's an enemy. I just needed to IFF that really quick. And we're gonna go in with 9Ms. I think these are gonna be 9Ms right here. About tone. I wanna merge with this guy. This is the 18. I wanna merge with this guy. Looks like he shot at my teammate. I can't merge with him. Gonna have to shoot him right here. Fox 2 out. That's a 9M. Got him. Splash 1. And I'm gonna have to IFF this again. I got you. I got you. Fox 2 on him again. Okay, let's check our fuel here. Okay, our fuel is looking okay. We got air somewhere. Oh, shit, in front of us. Pop a flare. We got air somewhere in front of us. I don't see him. He's getting shot at. Okay, we're getting taking AAA fire. Start rolling. Keep rolling. Okay, air 6 o'clock. G locked. I don't know where this guy is. Is he high? I don't see him anywhere. Turn on radar on. I wish we're gonna try this again in a different plane because I don't think it's not really working the way I want it to. Let's try to get off a burner here. Yeah, we got air somewhere. Oh, you know what? You know what? That's not even air. So again, this is a learning curve. So that RWR indicator right there, that is indicating that is AAA. That's AAA. That's not air. The air that Betty is calling out is just the 29. So you can see the nails right there. So that's 29 nails, and then we got a 18 nails as well behind us. But that is kind of close to the AAA though. So there is a MiG 29 close to that. Let's see if we got enough fuel. I think we got enough fuel. If we stay out of burner, we got enough fuel. So I'm gonna go nose hot. I'm gonna kind of loiter back over here. Start increasing the RPM a little bit here. So that MiG 21, that MiG 29 is just a MiG 21 Bison. Let's see if we can find this guy. I don't know. F4, we got another guy in the cons. Cannot go in. I can't intercept that guy. I don't have enough fuel to intercept. And we're getting back into territory, so I'm gonna go ahead and scan the area here really quick. And I'm just gonna try. Oh wait, no, I just seen something. Never mind. I'm just gonna try to go towards this guy, and if he gets close enough, we have got a little bit. We still got a little bit of fuel here. Yeah, so yeah, she's gonna call it out for me. SPAA over there. Air MiG 29 nails, and that's back towards the carrier. Okay, so yeah, we don't have enough fuel. She just called bingo for me, and so yeah, we don't have enough fuel. We gotta be at like 6 minutes now of fuel. So we're gonna go ahead and RTB, and we're gonna go ahead and turn our radar on though. 'Cause I think this MiG 21 is still over here. Ah, there's a guy right there. Let's go intercept him really quick. I think that's just the bot, maybe. That's a friendly. So what the hell did I just see over here? It just locked onto something over here. Alright, yeah, we're RTB. We're RTB. I hope that's not a baddie. I doubt it. All right, so now this is gonna be tricky. So I gotta figure out what exactly my landing speed is in the cockpit. So we got what we got. Fuel flow looking good. What we got. Okay, here we go. I think we're looking pretty good. Drop the gear right now. So I did that by feel. I didn't even really look at the speed exactly. So let me see. So I'm looking at the notch right there. Compass is right here. We got another compass. Where's my other compass at? Right here. This is my altimeter right there. So I'm guessing it's just this right here. This is my AOA. Let's see. Let me just take off really quick and well, just move up really quick. Okay. I did that on purpose. I just wanted to figure out what speed in my gear brake on the knot. So it's at just about just before you get to 300. I'm gonna fly out. Fucking. What am I trying to say? I'm just going to exit the plane. Eject. Eject. I was just going to eject. That's what I was trying to say. I was going to eject. Then we're going to go to a different plane here so we can actually get a feel for what we're doing. So let's go to the JF-17. Go back to Denmark. All right. I think the same thing is applies to here. I think. Yeah. Okay. It does. Okay. So that's why. That's why. So in the F-16, because it doesn't have a radar screen in the cockpit or MFD for the radar screen, they're letting me use the HUD. So it's kind of stupid because they have to have some way to target. I guess we just don't know how they do it. But anyway, here's my radar screen right here. So I can go to my TWS. But the problem with this right here is I don't know how I'm in TWS. Like I know this is ACM, but I don't know how this is TWS exactly. Um, but I know it is TWS because that's what I have it set to. But I don't know how you could tell that it's if you're changing the radar or not. But anyway, that's my radar. Turn it off right now. This is my RWR. Really big screen for it. I don't know why it's that big. I don't know why it's that big, but same thing to my map screen here. This is actually really useful. But anyway, we got our Mach speed there. We got our G's at the top left. We have our altitude there, AOA. Got our gear. Um, I think that's actually just the oxygen pressure, maybe. Compass. Um, so this is kind of okay. I don't know where. So that's my oxygen. Let me see. So yeah, that's changing a little bit. So I don't know where my fuel is at. I don't know how I can tell how I'm looking on fuel. Let me see if I can change the MFD. No, no. It's the second one, the first one. Yeah, so I don't know how I can tell what my about my MFD. Let me actually change the second one, this one, so I can actually look at my radar here. I think that's a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about my fuel. I'm already at Mach point 8 now. I'm looking at 1,600 feet. Those are my G's. Yeah, I don't know. Um, this is air to ground, air to air missiles standard. Up and ready, air to air missiles. So I guess let's just keep it in air to air mode, I guess. Yeah, I gotta be really careful on fuel because there's no way to tell how much fuel I have. It would be something like this is kind of where I feel like War Thunder can kind of get creative. Like if they know this is what the cockpit in the JF-17 looks like, they can pretty much like assume that missing information about like the fuel is gonna be somewhere in the MFD screens. So if I need to know how much fuel I have, I will have to change one of my MFD screens to tell. But it's not like that for War Thunder. Okay, so we got a guy 23 miles here at high. Okay, Fox 3 on him. Looks like he's defending. I don't know what this is. What? Wait, what? How did that fucking happen? Okay, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna blame that one on the game because I don't know how that. I don't know. I don't know what just happened right there. But anyway, we're gonna go land and get some more missiles. Well, no, matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna go we're gonna try to do top tier. We're gonna try to do top tier. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. That was weird as fuck. 'Cause we got a gripping actually, and so we're gonna start getting to our notch here. Whew. You seen that shit, bro? That was fucking cool. I ain't gonna lie. I seen it. I seen it coming in. Okay, I can't. Okay, we lost control surfaces on the right side here. I'm gonna try to go up. That's not working. Okay, we gotta make a hard right turn here if we can. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. I'm punching out. That was cool though. I fucking seen that shit coming in. We're gonna change really quick. We're gonna try to do the. I don't know if it would be a good idea to do the 15. We can try to do the 18 though. Maybe it might work. It might work better in the A10. Honestly, we might actually try some 11.7. Let's try the top tier first. Yeah, I don't know how that fucking happened. That was fucking weird. Cause it like again, I'm using TWS, so anything that I'm locking should only lock the fucking enemy, you know, or anything that's gonna allow me to shoot at. It should only allow me to shoot at the enemy if I'm in TWS, cause it's gonna do all the IFF for me. So it's kind of like I don't know. That was weird. All right, but let's just go get on the carrier really quick. Now this should work a lot better in this 18 here because you can actually see pretty much everything you need to see. So I have my radar screen here. I think I have actually two different types of radar screens. I think. Yeah, so I have that radar screen. This is like a regular one. That's a lot of good information there. And then if I change it again, this is like my bore sight radar screen. So I can pretty much do this. It's going to tell me where like that yellow box is pretty much telling me like where I'm looking. So if I go, well, I don't have the keybind to move it, but if I had the keybind to move it, it would move that yellow box to the left or right, I believe, and then it would move that bar, that horizontal bar, it would move that up or down. So let's just and then obviously this is like kind of like this is like very intuitive right here. So you have pretty much all the things you need to see in the HUD. Then you have the RWR, very clean cut RWR, and then we can actually change that to I think this is the third one. No, that's the third one. So you can change that one to different things. You can change this third one to the same things. Keep it on the map though for right now. Then you have your altitude and altimeter and all of that over here. The notch, you have the notch right here, very very good. You have that's not the fuel. The fuel, man, well, that might be the fuel. Um, yeah. So the fuel is so we can actually see the fuel right here. So you see you got bingo. It'll make more sense if whenever we're airborne. So let's go ahead and take off here. Okay. So we're in full AB right now. So where do I need to go to look at my throttle? So yeah, that's got to be like my altimeter or something right there. But it says 1,000 feet per minute. So yeah, that has to be like how like my climb there. So that's like my climb rate. This is my altimeter. So so my fuel is at 130, 135 right there. And it says I'm bingo. I'll start getting bingo at like 59. And then the INT, I think that's my internal fuel. So that means that I have 109 whatever of fuel internally in my fuselage, and then um I have 30 something whatever gallons, I guess, um of fuel in my on my tank, or well 18. It says 18 right there. External EXT, that's external. So it tells me my external and my fuselage, and then I'm bingo right there. So it tells me a lot of good information there. My RPM is at 1700. I have to learn how to tweak that. So if I go all the way down, wait a minute. If I go all the way down, if I go okay, I'm all the way down. My RPM is at it's declining or say okay, it's sitting at 1066, and then if I'm in full AB, it goes all the way to 17. So I should probably thinking that's good. Maybe that's like halfway. Maybe I'm gonna keep it right there. That's the cap pressure. Okay, so everything looks good here. You can't touch this. You can't. This is not. But then you have up here. I have 10 AMRAM deltas, two 9Ms, and two AMRAM Bravos. That's what that means. So AB means AMRAM Bravo. AD means AMRAM Delta, which I have 10 of. And then 9M is just AIM 9M too. I have two of those. Then you got altitude. I can't remember what that is right here. The 500. I can't remember. But you have the Mach, G's, and then if I'm in a dogfight and I need to know like my rate speed, I will use this right here. So I'm at 600, well 550 knots right now. So if I'm rating, I need to be at like I don't know 300, yeah maybe like 300 because I mean I'm a little bit heavier, so I would say like maybe 300, closer, yeah, closer to like 300. So and then if I'm landing, I need to be below 2, I believe. So Okay, RWR. So that CR, the CR is just the that is just the anti-air at the airfields, and then you have a three. I think that's the SU-30. Yeah, so we got two SU-30s, kind of like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. On turn towards them, and we're gonna try to climb above this first layer of clouds. Okay, Fox 3. Okay, so I need to. Oh, we got another launch. Come on, man. I have to beat this fucking missile, man. Come on. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. We got one splash. We got one splash on that. I'm just gonna send this one missile over there. I have one more Bravo. I don't think I'm gonna be getting in any dogfights right now. We got guys in the cons. How we looking on fuel? How we looking on fuel right here? I got it. We're good. Okay, we're looking good on fuel. We're looking good on fuel. So whenever I fly the 18, I prefer to stay really fast. Like I prefer to stay in AB. So I'm gonna be checking my fuel a lot. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It might kill him. Or yeah, I think it might. Nope, he got it. Damn. Yeah. So whenever I play the 18, I'm gonna be checking my fuel a lot. Um, because I like to stay fast. But once I get the feel for it again, this is all about getting used to something new. So if they incorporate this and implemented this for everybody who plays sim, like just for the whole game mode, I feel like again it's a learning curve that everybody that's necessary. Everybody would have to go through these learning curves to be able to play sim. It's not just oh I play ARB so I can play sim too. It shouldn't be like that because this game is already catered to new players. Those new players are just going to take their top tier vehicles to a BR or a game mode that they don't know nothing about, and then they're gonna get fucking shit on, and then or they just it's just not it's just too easy for them. Like I've been playing this game for however fucking long, and that you mean tell me that means nothing compared to somebody who just started playing. Somebody can just start playing yesterday, buy them a premium because they like playing so much, and then they can just easily fucking fly in sim. It just makes no sense. So to me, I feel like learning curves to get to these learning curves is necessary. For one learning curve that you do have to jump through in sim is the controls. Controls are not easy in sim. You need to find some decent controls that that helps you and not somebody else. Because I have people always asking me, what's your controls for this, what's your controls for that, and all this shit. To me, it's kind of like I can give you like a baseline, but you have to kind of like personalize these controls and these settings for yourself. Because like what works for me is not going to work for you. It's the same thing that applies to training, and kit setup. Like if I have a battle belt set up for active shooter, it's not going to be the same as a battle belt that's set up for fucking like a force entry, or like a direct action type of a raid or something like that. You know, so it's just having these different keybinds. They help me, so you have to figure out what helps you. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm the one who's using the R2 keybind, so you can't use it as well. That's not what I'm saying. It's more specific than that. It goes more a little bit more in depth than that. So like whenever I say keybinds, I'm talking about like radar keybinds. Like my keybind for this right here, you can obviously see it is L1 left on D-pad. That helps me a lot, to turn on my radar, turn off my radar because I don't use my radar a whole lot for certain aircraft. So you might need to change that because you might have L1 set to something completely different. You might have L1 set to your countermeasures. And so every time you press L1 left on D-pad, you're flaring and chaffing accidentally, and that's not good. You want to be as efficient as possible. But anyway, I'm going to jump into a different game. I'm going to set the stream up again. If y'all want to watch some gameplay, I'm going to be streaming Ready or Not for the next hour or two, and I'm going to be switching from that to Arma. Or I don't know. I'll figure it out. But this, if you want to continue watching the stream, make sure you stay on the channel and you might want to just turn on the notification if you want to watch. I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, I will be streaming in the next like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll see you then, man.